Good day, viewers. Thank you for watching our videos. Once again, I appreciate you for all that you are doing. Thank you. But today, I would like to talk about a topic that is relevant, very relevant now. That's the cost of living. Everybody shouts cost of living. We know how much food costs now, especially. And we know when we are hungry, we are hungry. It's either you eat or nothing. So today I'll be talking about how to choose wisely, how to plan meals, how to spend money wisely in order to maximize nutritional value. So when we say cost of living has increased, we all know it all over the world. For a reasonable person, it's gone up sometimes in some countries as high as 30%, even annually. So when you want to choose the food and the type of food to cook, to prepare, what do we choose? What should we choose? I'm asking again, what should we choose? Right now, we know everybody is talking about cutting size, reducing weight, and then looking good, if that is healthy for you. But choosing wisely, the nutrients must not suffer. The value, nutritive value of whatever we eat must not suffer, must not depreciate, must not go down. What do I mean? In an attempt to cut down the cost of living, the cost of food that we eat, we must take into cognizance the substitutes that we are feeding ourselves with, if they're really worth it. So let's dive into it. We talk about the nutrients one after the other. We all know that we need carbohydrates, we need protein, we need minerals, vitamins, and everything. But when we want to choose, I want to ask a question here. Are the expensive food items, are they the most valuable foods that we have nutritionally? I don't think so. I don't know what. Most of the expensive food items that we have in the market, places, shops, stores, some of them sometimes are not the real valuable food items. Our daily intakes sometimes will be on the pack, on the label. If you take 100 grams of this, your daily intake for that mineral, for the vitamin, or for that particular nutrient will be stated there. That's when we believe the nutritive value, the assessment and nutritional analysis done for that food pack on that food. So I'd rather consider what we call the nutrient-dense food items. What do we know about nutrient density? Those are nutrient-dense foods. And when we say nutrient-dense foods, they are food items that contain most of the minerals, the vitamins that we need in high quantity. But the food items that we need to eat that will contain all these nutrients, the portion will be very small and we still gain very high amount of that nutrients. For instance, when you take your apple, maybe 1 or 2 apples, and then vitamin C is very high in apples. So for that mineral, which is for minerals and vitamins, vitamin C, that means apple is a very dense vitamin C food. For fiber, yeah, we consider pear, the English pear. You consider even the citrus for vitamin C. So when we talk about certain foods, most foods that we have the major nutrients that are high in them, so that you don't get that confused. So, but there are certain foods that contain virtually all the nutrients in high proportion, in high quantity. So when we talk about the green vegetables, majorly we talk about vitamins and minerals. That's what is highest in those kind of food in that group. The carbohydrates, sometimes we talk about reducing weight. What about our potatoes? Either the sweet potatoes or the English potatoes, they are also nutrient dense, because with 200 250 grams of potato, you have vitamins, you have minerals, we have healthy carbohydrates, which does not just spike up your sugar level at once. Gradually it builds up the glucose level, and that is safe for us. And we talk about protein as a nutrient, that if you want to get the high quality protein, you go for lean meat, especially poultry, which you call chicken. When you get the lean chicken, most of the parts, the breast especially, chicken breast, has high quality protein and at the same time vitamins and some minerals. And notwithstanding, even the egg, I'm a fan of egg. Egg has high value, high quantity of protein and numerous minerals. Talk about your uh, vitamin B, B1, B2, B6. Talk about your zinc, talk about your iron. So basically, an egg contains high quantity nutrient dense. That means an egg is a nutrient dense food. It contains virtually all the nutrients except fiber. So when it contains virtually all the nutrients, that means eating an egg or two a day, even with just 3 slices of bread, the whole grain bread, then you've eaten something and you've consumed better nutrients that some people may take energy drinks, sugary drinks. They may feel contented. I mean, sugar level spikes up. But then, what about the other nutrients? If carbohydrates is high, are you considering protein? If protein is high, are you considering carbohydrates? If vitamin is high, are you also considering fiber? So before you put your money into any food or purchases, going to the market, festive period will soon be here. Let's consider these things. Let's look out for foods such as our traditional African food, like the tuwo, whole grain foods. I mean, we have the tuwo shinkafa, tuwo masara, meaning whole grain rice milled into flour. That's tuwo shinkafa. Tuwo masara, maize milled into flour, nothing missing. The exact way maize is, without removing the husk, without removing the bran or anything from the rice. You mill it that way. You turn it into a dough. You can eat it with any soup or whatever form you want to eat it. It's nutrient dense because it's all grain. Nothing has been removed from that cereal or that grain before. No polishing, nothing done. So cost of living, yes, is high, but we can maximize the nutrient consumption by choosing wisely. Hope you will do that when next you go to the market, and look out for nutrient dense foods. Thank you.